Now it's time for the comparison of both games. Some of these areas I was not sure on the exact location, so some of these are just rough guesses in the general area of the Grand Canyon. Overall, the new game looks much more crisp and clear. The old game is a lot more blurry looking. And the old game even had the world update that enhanced the Grand Canyon. It does look good in some areas though. Just the new game looks a lot more photorealistic. Here you can see the effects of the afterburners. It could have maybe been a little brighter in the new game, but the exhaust looks a lot more cool too. And now it's time for Black Hills Ice. If you look at the trees on the left-hand side of the new game, they just look way more real than the old game did, and the colors overall look way more realistic. Just in general, everything looks a little more defined in the new game. Even the roads look a lot more sharp and clear. The old game just looks a little more fake. On some of these clips I did not get the weather exactly the same, but it should somewhat tell the same story though. I do like what they did with the runways in the new game. They look a lot more used. We are currently flying over Ufa. The image quality on the new game is so much better. Just look at the water there. Looks so good. It's kind of like looking at the difference between a game and a photo. The day and time are pretty identical on both of these. But in the new game you can tell that it just looks a lot more like it's actually in the fall. On some of these trees you can tell that there's a slight maybe dusting of snow on them. Or the old game, and that might as well be springtime or summer. And if you look at the two games here, they don't even look like the same city. The new game on the left has just much more taller buildings. It's kind of weird. Just look at the shadows on the water there from the trees. It looks so good. And then you look at the game on the right, the old game, it's just nothing. It also feels like there's actually an atmosphere. I'm also having a very hard time getting over how good the trees look now. Yeah, right in here you can see some big difference in the buildings. The old game gets some of this wrong. Oh yeah, those newer runways. This is Tokyo, which has the world update, and the new game does not have the world updates. So the runway is going to look a little bit better in the old game, but I would assume this is going to be updated for the release. Also, I really love that new photo mode in the new game. You can tell there's some updated satellite maps here and stuff, because there's a lot more new buildings and some of this just looks a little different. Oh yeah, Tokyo. I dare somebody to count the buildings. I dare ya. Trying to line these up was difficult. Didn't quite get it exactly right, but it gives you the idea. And look at that pond. Look at that. Down below we can see an uncompleted baseball stadium, and on the new game it's completed. This was a random spot I picked in the Japanese mountains, so I'm not exactly sure where it was. So these locations do not match up exactly, but it's pretty similar. Now, Mount Fuji really surprised me. I thought it looked pretty good on the old game, but when you compare it to the new game, look at that zigzag line on the side, and just all the details pop. It's a lot more clear in the new game, a lot more crisp. Yep, new game looks pretty good there. If blobbish is a real word, I would use it to describe Flight Simulator 2020, or as they rebranded it, Flight Simulator 40th Anniversary Edition. Yeah, look how nice and clear that looks in the new game. The old game is just kind of blah. Looks good, looks good. A little less snow, but it looks good. So HDR in the new game just looks so much better than the old game. Can't even see the Milky Way here in the old game at all. The Xbox version was much better for HDR. I don't know why, but the PC version of the old game was not good. And once again, you can tell the new game looks like it's actually fall. The old game looks like it's summertime. And look at the details on that water right there. It's really crazy how much better the new game actually looks. It's wild. You can tell the terrain just pops now in the new game. Just the brown spots and the green spots and the roads. The old game, they just kind of all blah. It's almost like the old game just put a green filter over everything. I assure you this was not edited. They definitely increased the realism by a lot. Now look how crisp and clear the terrain looks on the new game versus the old game. And then here you can see much more definition in the terrain. You can see more of the greens. They both look kind of like Mars, but the old game looks like a NASA edited version of Mars. You know, just gotta hide the truth. Make it look fake. You can just see the blur on the old game. Not sure if this is the exact spot, but it's pretty close. Time for Atlanta, Georgia. And we'll finish off with Fort Gordon near Augusta, Georgia. Just look at those trees. It's just crazy how much better it looks. And that was my comparison of the two flight simulators. Thanks for joining me on the flight. Prepare for landing.